What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday night, finally, after, I don't know, how long's it been? A month since we've been here together? I know 3 weeks ago, 3 Wednesday nights ago, I was in Madison, Wisconsin at the IPMS Nationals, and I was able to get on for just a few minutes. But other than that, yeah, it's been a month. The last time we did this together was the July show and tell, and here we are. So I apologize for how long it's been, but here we are, and we're going to have a great time tonight. I'm looking forward to this. And you might have seen my last minute raffle giveaway here for $25. And we got a long show tonight, so we don't have any time to wait. So here we go. And the winner, Jason Campbell. You're going to get $25, buddy. Shoot me an email and I'll get you a gift card over. Easy as that. That's called being here early. So thank you guys for being here with me. And we'll do a little bit more of that here in a little while. We've got, like I said, we've got a lot to do, and I'm looking forward to getting it done. So let me jump in here and say hello to everybody. It's been a while. Who have we got with us tonight? Danny's here. Good to see you tonight, buddy. Yeah, I'm hoping that you still have power, and everybody that's being affected by or has been affected by the storm. Hope everybody's staying safe. I've got a lot of good friends down in Florida, and my family over on the east coast of Georgia. They're kind of underwater right now, but everybody, so I've been told, is safe, and hopefully that's the same with you and your friends and family too. Uh, hey, Kim, good to see you. This is Kim from Pontos Models, coming to us from South Korea. Many of you, I'm sure, we've talked about it a lot, have used many of Kim's detail sets, the super upgrade sets for ship models mostly. And glad to have him in here tonight. I know he's got a lot of cool stuff coming up soon, and I'm excited to share it with all of you as soon as we get some more information and pictures. He's always got something good cooking, as I like to say. So good to see you tonight, Kim. Randy, good to see you tonight, buddy. Let's see. Oh, and Randy got his hot sauce. That's good. We're out, so it's gone. I hope you guys got some. Uh, I'm a big hot sauce guy, and I really like it. And this stuff is really good. I don't know. I just like it. Now, if you didn't get any and you'd like some, we are going to make more. We're changing the label up a little bit, and this next round is going to be a 3-pack. You're going to get this was the B24 hot sauce, a red habanero. We are going to have a B17, the B24 again, and a B29. And as you can probably imagine, the B29 is going to be very, very hot. But it'll be good, and that'll be coming in the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully by the end of August. You'll be able to grab those up. And Nick, good to see you. It was excellent to see you in Madison as well. I got to meet a lot of you for the first time and see a lot of you for the second or third, or heck, some of you I've been seeing for years at the Nationals. And it's always good to see you guys. And we had a really good time. I know it's been 3 weeks, so I'm a little late to the party talking about Nationals, but I'm sure I'll mention it several times through this evening as we go forward. Good to see you tonight, David. Let's see. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the show and tell stuff tonight too. I was going through it just a little while ago, trying to make sure I had everybody. And I'll go ahead and say this: if you sent something in to me for the show and tell tonight, and I don't show it, I apologize. July was terrible for us. Just moving, not just moving the warehouse, but moving the family. Setting up in a new house, getting ready and selling an old house, setting up the warehouse, hiring new employees, training new employees. And then right in the middle of it, we went to Madison for the Nationals for a week. There's just a lot going on. And on top of all that, this is my favorite part. And By the way, I'm a very sarcastic guy. So when I say my favorite part, hopefully you catch the sarcasm here. At our new warehouse, we still don't have internet or telephones at our warehouse. So if you've been trying to call me pretty much for the past month and you've been going straight to our voicemail, which by the way is full, I do realize that. The reason that we can't take calls is we still have no phone lines. And I can't get into the voicemail to check them or erase them. So I apologize. The internet service provider here, which runs all the cables and everything, I don't think that company, I don't think their left hand knows what their right hand is doing, and neither hand even realizes that there's feet or heads or anything else on the body. I think we've talked to about 20 different people. Every time I get a phone call or somebody, a technician or whatever comes in to hook us up, I don't think I've seen the same guy twice, but I guess they'll get us hooked up at some point. So I say that to say I very well might have missed an email or 2 or 10 from you guys sending in show and tell stuff. So anyway, if I don't show something that you sent in, please forgive me and just send it to me again, and we'll put it in next month's show and tell. Let's see, Rex. It was great to see you too at Nationals, buddy. It was a great show. We had a really good time. I don't know how it was for other vendors, but for us, it was fantastic. Possibly the best Nationals we've ever had or that we've ever gone to. Um, every year that we do these things, and if you saw us there or saw pictures, we took a lot of stuff, and every year we get a little bit better with our process of what we take, and well, this year was a little different on what we took because we were in the middle of moving. Not really sure what we took, but anyway, as far as how we set up and how we conduct business there, we get better and better. We will be at Nationals next year in Virginia. We've already reserved our space, and if you thought we took a lot of stuff this year, we reserved twice as much space for next year. So it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. It's going to be great. Hello, Jason, Mr. Winner of our $25. Make sure to send me that email so I can send you back a coupon code. Brandon, nice name, buddy. Good to see you tonight. And Michael, good to see you here. And yeah, I bet you are wet up there, buddy. Y'all stay safe. And David says hello to Kim. Yeah, Kim, if you're still in here with us, you got a lot of fans of your products in here. And Russ is in here tonight, my dad. You guys, if you saw my dad at Nationals, that would be him. That would be Russ. My dad, myself, and my brother Jared were the 3 that were there. Let's see. And Kim, 9:40 in the morning tomorrow. It's funny how time differences work, isn't it? Let's see. Wes, good to see you tonight too, and Carlos. And you guys are running. I got so much to cover tonight. I'm going to go ahead and say hello to everybody else. Thank you guys so much for being here. I actually, believe it or not, my wife doesn't believe it. I actually made a kind of a schedule for tonight because I got so many things that I want to cover. But because we're doing the show and tell tonight, I want to kind of split it up and do a little bit of show and tell and then do a little bit of this. So let's do a little bit of show and tell real quick. Give me a second. While I get that queued up, I've got to show you, I've been trying to wear cool shirts. Well, my buddy gave me this shirt. This is his World of Armor shirt. And he's running a Facebook page called The World of Armor. And you can imagine what it's all about. But if you're into building armor kits, tanks, vehicles, whatever, go join up with the World of Armor on Facebook. They'd be happy to have you, and it looks like a great group of guys. All right. Nothing ever seems to work. All right, this first kit is the 700 scale Bunker Hill from Flyhawk, which is a very cool kit. And so this was built by Bill Davis. So thank you for sending this in, Bill. And if my screen would pull up, we could check it out. All right, so here's this is what he did with the 700 scale Bunker Hill. And my screen is doing that crazy thing again where it washes the picture out. I have not been able to figure this one out yet. So that's weird. I don't know what it's doing. Well, I'm going to have to figure that one out later. But so anyway, he says this is the deluxe version because Flyhawk does these kits in a standard and a deluxe. And he is doing the deluxe versions, which basically is a lot of photo etch. And nowadays it's a lot of 3D printed parts. And that, if I remember correctly, because I've got one of these kits too, the mast there is all 3D printed. It's very cool the way they did it. But Bill did a really good job on this kit. Got it in a nice case there. And then also he sent me a picture of his USS Wainwright, which he says unfortunately fell off and hit the concrete floor. So he's got a good little bit of work to get that one back together, but I am sure that he will make it. So that's really cool, Bill. Thank you for showing us those. Let's see. All right. I notice a lot of questions in the live chat here, and let me grab a kit real quick. All right. What is possibly the #1 kit for us for this year is Edward's new Bloody Hundredth B17F 48 scale. This is an awesome kit. It's HK Models. It's their plastic parts, but Edward has created another sprue to offer a couple of other nose variants. So you're getting a little bit more than just the HK Model stuff. But if you know anything about the HK Models B17, you know it's a fantastic kit. So out beyond what HK Models already gives you, check this out. You're getting all sorts of stuff. Now, this particular one is missing something, and that's why it's here, because let's see. I don't know what it's missing. I brought it home. Edward gave me a little note that said, this one's missing something, use it for reviews or whatever. And I don't know what it's missing. So, but from what's included, this little limited edition version, you get a little 100th Bomb Group pin. It's kind of cool. Their instructions that they did for these, it's like a book. And I mean, they're fantastic. Full color, 3D, the whole 9 yards, all of the decal options in full color. I mean, it's a pretty cool little book even by itself. And then what a lot, if not most people were interested in about this was not only I believe it's 7, correct me if I'm wrong, but 7 decal options as the normal kit. But then they're giving you more decal options. I forget how many more, several more decal options for this limited edition kit, and you're getting an instruction sheet with the color callouts for that as well. And these decal sheets, these things are huge. Check this out. So you're getting 1, 2, 3 full sheets of decals, and there's just all sorts of cool stuff on here. I'm like many of you did, I am sure, I got several of these for myself, and one of the particular planes that I want to make sure and build is this Sunny 2, which after interviewing Lucky Luckadoo a couple of months ago, I kind of really became a fan of his particular group. and those guys, and I've been reading up on them, studying on them, and that's one of his planes. Oh, where's it at? We finally got his books in stock. This is the soft cover. So it's really neat. Edward did a really awesome job on this kit. Lots of hype over the kit. Edward completely sold out. There are no more. We got however many we got. We've been taking pre-orders and we sold out. Well, we reserved a certain number of them back just in case something happened or we didn't get as many as we thought or whatever. Well, earlier today, I was able to open up the orders again for all the ones that we held back, or we had some people that canceled their pre-order. And funny as it sounds, some people accidentally ordered it twice and didn't realize it until I sent them invoices for 2 and they only wanted 1 or whatever. But point is, let me look. As of when I left the shop today, we had some more left, and it looks like we still do. So if you missed out on getting a pre-order in, you've got one more chance. Probably won't last long, but heck, I don't know. But that's a really cool kit. Now, one thing that I've got to tell you is, you may have seen I called it the bloody update. When we got to Nationals, Edward they were at Nationals like they always are, and they brought the first batch of these kits with them, and they were selling them direct out of their booth. So people got these 3 weeks ago. They brought a portion of our shipment with them, which we obviously got to bring home with us. Some of you picked your pre-orders up from us at the show. The kits that Edward did not sell at the show, we also brought those home with us. So we've been shipping these kits out to customers for 3 weeks. Our big shipment, they shipped that out after the show. So if you have your kit, that's why you have your kit. If your buddy has his kit from us and you do not, that's why we've been shipping them out. We sold a lot of these, so it's just taking some time to get them all done. Our last batch of these is arriving to us supposedly Friday. We just found out today. Now, y'all might have got an email today. Actually, you probably did, with a tracking number. And I have to apologize. That tracking number was supposed to say leaving Friday. And right before I clicked the button, I failed to change the date from today to Friday. So if you've got your tracking number today and you went and tracked it at the post office or UPS or whatever, and it says it's sitting in Ringgold still, that's why. And I do apologize. But those are going to be here Friday, maybe Friday, depending on what time, Friday, Monday, sometime over the next few days. We'll have those packed up and headed your way, and you guys are really going to love this kit. I hope that you were able to get one. I haven't been this excited for a kit in a while, and I feel that a lot of you are probably in the same way. So anyway, that's enough about the Bloody 100th. Excellent kit. Hope you got one. Now, the Edward kits, the Royal Class P51 and the Overlord Boxing, the dual combo kit of the P51, same thing. We had held some of those back. Edward, actually, the Royal Class, they sold out, but they held some back too so they could have them at Nationals. Now that all the holding back of the products is done, we've unleashed all of our remaining stock onto our website. It's not very many. It's like a dozen, 2 dozen. I don't know exactly how many are left, but if you missed out on that Royal Class P51 and 48 scale, go over to Squadron and get one real quick before they're gone, because same thing as Edward. They are completely sold out of that. Let's see. And I'm trying to keep up with the chats tonight, guys. You are keep them coming, and I'll try to keep up with them. All right, let's see. Now, I got a lot of things to show you. Check this out. I'll just bring all of this over here. So Edward's really been getting some stuff pumped out this month. And I guess it's all about P51s. The 72 scale, Aces of the 8th pack, dual pack, those are here. Nice kit. The 48 scale P51B, the birdcage canopy, those are here. Very nice. The 72 scale, I don't have one here, but they're Royal class of the 72 scale. Those are here. Edward's got so much stuff that came out they've always got a lot of stuff coming out, but this month in particular, just a lot of really nice kits. 32 scale BF 109 E-4. Those showed up, and that's probably all the Edward that I had to talk about, but just a lot of cool Edward stuff. Just so check that out. And I just got a notice of their next month's releases. They got a lot of cool stuff coming out then too. So good time to be a modeler, right? Now, a minute ago, we were looking at Bill's 700 scale Bunker Hill. Flyhawk has just released their first 350 scale kit, and this is the USS Cowpens, the Ticonderoga class cruiser. Now, they are doing the same thing they do in 700 scale, doing a standard and a deluxe kit. This is the standard. The boxes look the same. I had a deluxe kit. If you saw us at Nationals, you got to take a look at that. But that went home with Martin Quinn, who is doing a review on that for Model Warships, or him or one of his guys at Model Warships will be posting a review of that very soon. We're pretty excited about that. Those kits should be arriving to us within the next week or two. And it's going to be a nice kit, but what's really exciting to me, even more so than just that specific kit, is that Flyhawk is now doing 350 scale ships in addition to 700. So it'll be awesome. Looking forward to seeing what all they've got, what all they've got going. Let's see. All right, what else do I have? I guess I'm just going to be running long tonight. It's been so long since I've been on here with you guys. I got a lot to catch up with. Talking about bombers and new kits. Another highly anticipated kit is the new Airfix B-24H. These just came in this week. Pre-orders are headed out. That most of them are already gone. I think there was a few more that I saw sitting around that had not gone yet, but they will be out of here tomorrow. So we're on the tail end of getting these pre-orders shipped out. But very cool kit, brand new tooling. This is not a rebox. This is all new tooling from Airfix. So very, very cool. It's neat. Earlier in the year, we got a 48 scale B-24J from Hobby Boss, and we'll be getting a B-24D from Hobby Boss in 48 scale. I don't know, a couple of months. It's due out before the end of the year. So lots of B-24s, lots of B-17s, lots of P-51s. Now we need a new 48 scale B-29. We'll see, right? Lots of other cool stuff, but before we get in there, let's jump into some more show and tell real quick. So this is going to be from Brian Cavett. Let's see. All right. This is his 48 scale F-14 late build. He's got the Kenta Studios cockpit and def wheels, and he used the MRP paints, he says, to get that one done. And if my thing would let me change it, there we go. Yeah, we got several different pictures of this. It's a really nice build. Nice job on the figure there. Oh, and I like the runway. It's cool. Yeah, nice job on that, Brian. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see, we'll throw one more up here real quick before we jump back into some new kits. Jump back into the chat. All right, this is Buzz Albert's. This is a 24 scale kit. This is, let's see, this is the old MPC kit, 24 scale Mustang, painted up in Tuskegee. And again, this is from Buzz Albert. And I have no idea why this washes these pictures out. If I open them like that, it doesn't. I'm going to have to figure this out. But either way, this is a really nice kit. Got a lot going on the ground too, so very cool. Thank you for showing that, Buzz. All right. I'm just checking out the chat, see what you guys are saying real quick, make sure I'm not missing too much. Let's see. Bernard says, love the box art. Yeah, that's Peter. He's a great artist, and I love working with him. He does a lot of Edward's box art, does our book art and everything. And I was talking to him today. He's actually the guy that did the artwork for our hot sauces, which was kind of an interesting conversation. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you ever done artwork for a bottle of hot sauce?" And he laughed. He's like, "Nope." All right. Jason wants to know about the flak baits. No updates on those. They are still scheduled to be released this fall. I don't know exactly which month, but the newest version is the D-Day version. This has the figures, the ground crew, included with the kit. So that's the currently available version, along with the original release, of course. But flak bait is next. That's coming down the line. And since we're talking about ICM, we'll take a sidetrack here. At the Nationals, if you happen to see our video, we posted a video after Nationals of a walkthrough, which, by the way, I've got to say thank you to my good friend Jonathan Godwin. He really helped me with that video because I didn't have time to go around and take pictures and videos of everything that I wanted to. So he was nice enough. He was going around taking pictures and videos. And I said, hey, would you mind taking some footage for me that we can use on our Squadron channel? And of course he said, okay. And went and did that. So he kind of knocked it out of the park. It's a very nice video. So thank you, Jonathan, for helping us with that. But go check it out. You'll see right next to our booth, ICM was there. Valeria from ICM was there. I interviewed her several months ago. If you didn't watch that interview, please go see it. It's very interesting to hear how ICM is able to continue doing business and creating awesome products in Ukraine, right in the middle of a war zone. But they do it. She came to the show. It was great seeing her. At one point, I noticed that guys were over there buying the 72 scale Ghost of Kiev model kit, and they were having her sign it. So of course we got her to sign a copy for us. So it's kind of cool. It's I hope the best for those guys. I hate what they're going through, and I hate their situation, but I love the fact that they're in such good spirits, and they just continue to create awesome model kits. And what she said, it's like, how can we help you? And she says, just buy ICM models, and the good thing is, it's not like we buy ICM models just to help them. They're really good kits anyway. So it's like killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. But one of the cool things that were really, really popular at the show was they brought over some new. They're going to have some new T-shirts, and we're going to have these available at Squadron very soon. But they've got these. Let's see. open it up so you can see the whole thing. These are their first 3 t-shirts, which are based on the B-26. As you can probably imagine, the B-26 kit is one of their most popular kits possibly ever. And so this is one of their shirts. This is the white one, B-26B, Marauder Bomb Squadron. Nothing on the back. Very, very cool shirt. And then, let's see, I'm showing you them in order of my favorite. That was my 3rd favorite of the 3. I like it, but I like this one a little bit better. So I can figure out how to open the thing. There we go. All right, this is a gray shirt. Still a B-26. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. And then my favorite one, the black one. I just really think this is kind of cool. So, I mean, like I said, all of them are cool, but those are neat. Those will be available on our website very soon. I only have extra large right now. So if you need an extra large, you're in luck. I'll probably have those up on the site by the end of the week. But then all the other sizes, we'll get some more of those on our next shipment from Ukraine, and they will be available to you guys. So the next round of new ICM releases will probably not be here till the end of the month. After Nationals, ICM, they all went on vacation. They took some time off, and I think they're supposed to be back to work next week, if I understand correctly. So they'll be getting our shipment ready to them. Now, the last time we talked, I mentioned that our sprue cutters were finally done, and many of you have already ordered them. I've shipped them. Some of you have emailed me back saying they're great, and that's awesome. There's another guy. Let's see. Let me show this to you real quick. If you go on our website, you'll see this too. But let's see. On YouTube, there's another channel that you guys have got to check out and follow it or whatever. Let me pull it up. I'll just show it to you real quick. This is becoming a good buddy of mine, and we're apparently going to be doing a lot of things together, which is totally fine with me. But this is I'm getting it. There we go. This is the Midwest Model Shop, and they did a review. Him and his wife did a review on our 3 sprue cutters, and this is a really nice review. So just go check out the Midwest Model Shop. You can see the review there, and also if you go on our website here and look at the sprue cutters, I've got the video on there, so you can just see it directly on our website if you want to. But these sprue cutters are really nice. They turned out a little better than I expected them to. The packaging is, I just love it. As I've told you before, they're meant to be kind of a set. And the basic sprue cutter, there is absolutely nothing fancy about this. This is just a basic run-of-the-mill sprue cutter that I refer to as a rough cut. This is what you're going to use for big parts. Heck, I even use it to chomp off resin casting plugs. It's going to be not impossible, but hard to break these. This is what you use for stuff that when you don't really care about your sprue cutter and you just need to get the job done, you cut it off with that. Then the yellow handles, this is what we're calling the precision sprue cutters. These, you want to take care of these. You don't want to just cut anything on your workbench with these. This is going to be your everyday use kind of thing. It's a single blade. So it's like the guillotine style. It's going to actually cut. It's not going to pinch. So this is going to give you a really clean cut, minimal cleanup after you get done cutting. And then you move up to our high precision that we put black handles on. And this is the one that you're going to use for really, really delicate and fine parts. Ship modeled. I'm a ship modeler, so cutting off my anti-aircraft guns in 350 and in 700 scale. Once you get the hang of it, there's like hardly any, if any at all, cleanup work to be done with those, and it's really really fantastic cutters. So I hope that you'll be able to try them, and I hope that you like them as much as I do. So um, there's that little update on that. Let's see. What else do we have over here in the chat? I'm just trying to scroll through here and hope I don't leave anybody out. And here is Mr. Jeff V. Jeff Persuasively. So if you've been watching Squadron TV for a long time, like longer than since I got started being on Squadron TV, and if you go onto the Squadron channel and look at some of the older videos, this is the guy you're going to see. Jeff used to be the face of Squadron, basically, back when Squadron was based in Texas. Now, I've been talking to Jeff off and on since we bought Squadron. But he moved. He's been getting set up in his new place. He's been getting set up with a new company, and kind of doing his own thing. But recently, he's been getting more and more back into doing some models. And I saw him at the AMPS show earlier this year, and we got to talk a little bit. And then I saw him again at Nationals a few weeks ago, and we got to talking more. And I think we're going to be doing a little bit of stuff together, if you will. He's actually going to be here with us next Wednesday night. He's going to be our guest for this month on the show, and we're just going to catch up with Jeff, see what he's been up to lately. I'll show you. He is working with a new company, and Campaign Miniatures, if you've seen these. Now, they have always primarily been miniatures, like pre-painted military, pewter, metal, that kind of stuff. But since Jeff came on the scene, Jeff's thing is sculpting and resin, basically. And since he got on the scene with them, they are taking some of their sculpts, which are very nice, and he is redoing them into resin kits. So this is a 32 scale pilot. You can't really see his head on the camera, but anyway, there's what he looks like. These are really, really nice resin cast figures. Here's another one here that you can see, but this is the kind of stuff he's doing now. So we'll catch up with him next Wednesday night. I'm sure he'll have a couple of old Squadron stories to tell, and we'll just kind of catch up and see what he's been doing lately. So good to see you tonight, Jeff, and we look forward to hearing from you next week. All right. Let's see. Flightline Media. Hey, buddy, how are you tonight? He's going to have a YouTube build of the B-26K soon. That'll be awesome. I look forward to seeing that. Make sure you email me a link when you get done. Okay, the next big kit release, the A4 from Magic Factory, the Skyhawks. These, I'm not going to act like I'm the only place in the world to buy model kits from. And I do realize that a lot, if not everybody else, has these already. What happened with ours is the timing on containers. You know, we load containers and we have ship dates, and you got to stick to the ship dates so you don't have to pay for storage for everything that's already there. Well, sometimes schedules for production get delayed, and sometimes if a production schedule gets delayed even 2 or 3 days, it can miss the boat, literally. And that's what happened with the Skyhawk. So it should have been here last month, early July, but the container that we had scheduled, it wasn't ready, and everything else was, so it had to go. So it didn't get loaded until the next container. That's the bad news. The good news is it's at the Panama Canal now. Our port is Savannah. So 1 to 2 weeks, somewhere in that ballpark, we'll have them finally. So I appreciate you guys pre-ordering them from us and being patient. I do apologize for the delay, but that one was just a bad situation for us because of the factory's production schedule not lining up with our container shipping schedule this time. And that happens from time to time, but that's the issue. But we will have them very, very soon. So let's see. Jason, I don't know. I can find out though. When you email me about that gift certificate, drop that in there that's the size that you'd like, and I will see if I can make that happen for you. And but when we get our squadron shirts going again, that will absolutely be one of the available sizes. So we'll be able to hook you up there. Let's see. We're excited about it too, Jeff. Leonard, you saw us in Fine Skill Modeler. That's awesome. Glad to know that people are seeing that. We like being in that magazine for sure. Ah. Frank says Jeff can never say goodbye. You know, and I may have said this on this show before. A buddy of mine once told me that the hobby industry is like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can't ever leave. And that statement becomes more true each year to me, somehow or another. Franco's, will there be figures available for the Bloody Hundredth? Um, I am certain that somebody is going to make figures for it. I believe H3 models might already have a bomber crew in 48 scale. I can't remember, but if they don't, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but this kit is too good of a seller for there not to be figures coming out for that very soon. So we'll just have to wait and see. But there are other accessories that'll be available for the B-17 very soon. The 50 cal gun barrels are everything from master models. If you've ever seen those, they're really, really nice. We just got a restock of those today. We bought like way more than we normally would because we knew that people were going to want those for this kit. And I don't think they're on. They just showed up, so they're probably not available on the site yet. But we'll have those checked in and available on the website either tomorrow or Friday. And then Edward has also announced that was part of their next month's releases. They've got a lot of accessories and upgrades for the B-17, so they're going to. I mean, they included a lot of stuff in this kit, but as you can imagine, there's a lot of other things that can be done. So they're going to start rolling out other accessories for it. I can't remember right off the top of my head what they were, but you know, landing gears, all that kind of stuff. So we'll wait and see. I know ICM's got some bomber crews. There's all sorts of stuff available. And after the initial rush of getting these in and getting them out to all you guys is over, after this weekend, hopefully next week, we'll sit down. We'll find all the accessories and all the different things that can be used for this kit and try to put them together on the website. So it'll be neat. All right, let's look at some more show and tell. So this is from Derek Liker. Get it over here. And this is I don't know what scale this one is. Forgive me, Derek, for not putting in the scale. A little kitten. I don't know why it's washing these pictures out. That is very aggravating. I'm so sorry that your pictures are getting washed out, guys. But this is, like I said, this is Derek Liker. Did a great job on this. I'll go back to this first picture and try to open it up this way so we can see the color on it better. Nice job on that, buddy. Thank you for sharing. All right, now this one, when I'm showing models off, it's almost like, you know, you're not supposed to have a favorite kid, I guess we can say. And I don't really have a favorite modeler. I think they're all great, right? Everybody builds how they to their to their skill level, and it's about having fun. I'm not great, but I have fun, so I enjoy seeing everybody's models. That's why I like going to the model shows. This year, the tiger meet was really cool. My models look horrible, but I took them there anyway and put them on the table in the tiger meet. So it's really cool to see all different skill levels, right? But every once in a while, I get blown away, and this one, I saw this model at Nationals, and uh, it was really good. I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful. Thought it was a good job. And then I found out that it was built by a 16-year-old kid, and then I was blown away because uh, you don't have too many kids building models at all these days. You have some, thankfully, but you don't have too many building models. So when you see one like this, at least to me, it just blew me away. I was like, wow. And then I met the kid. His name is Henry, and super nice kid. He actually came up to he came over to our booth, offered to help us tear down at the end of the show. Super nice guy. So I got to show you this. This is a Fujimi Kitakami, and he used 5-star photo etch, and I just think he did a fantastic job. So check this out. If I can get it pulled up. All right. So this is 700 scale. And I wish my screen wasn't washing things out, but it is. All right, we're going to change the color on this so you can see this. And he's got this whole deck full of figures, flags, photo etch. And keep in mind how small 700 scale is, and he's just really knocked this out with detail. So I don't know what this thing's doing. Every time I change the picture, it shows the correct color for a second and then changes it. I don't know what it's doing. If anybody has any clue what it's doing, feel free to tell me because I'm clueless. But he did a good job on this thing. The whole thing is just great. So, like I said, 16 years old, keep on building models, buddy. That's awesome. Everybody always says that if this hobby is going to live on, we need some young guys doing it. And I'd say you did a pretty fantastic job on this kit. Oh yeah, you wanted me to show you this. This is his 700 scale guy riding a bicycle. And this is his 700 scale guy playing basketball. Just super, super cool. And then in a second, we're going to get to his other one that he said is like a 700 scale riverscape. Oh, here we go. Look how small that it was sitting next to the penny in the shell or the casing. Uh, it's just really, really cool. And, he came over and bought some stuff from our booth, and the things that he was picking out, the detail sets and stuff, I'm really excited to see what he does with those. So yeah, there you go. Henry West. Let's look forward to seeing what we get from him in the future. All right, what else have we got over here in the chat? I don't want to miss anything over here. Tom, the B-25 group build was pretty cool. Unfortunately, we were so busy at the booth, I didn't have near as much time as I wanted to get out and go look at everything. But I did go look at it because I was supposed to be a part of that, but I had to bail, obviously. But it was really neat. They had I don't know how many they had. I think I took a picture of it, but it turned out really good. I don't have all the details on how many were included or anything like that. Let's see. And Ed, the Kitakami was in the yes, he was in he was not in the youth category. He was in the standard ship category, and if I recall correctly, he got first place in his category. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ed, but I think that's what I heard. So the goal of Squadron should be to encourage the younger generation. It's true. The there's a lot of kids that are building models, but they're not calling it models like we would. 3D printing has really brought building models back together, but they don't look at it that way. They're painting statues, as they call it. Um, but in my book, if you're gluing it together and painting it, it's a model kit. Now, it might not be a historically accurate subject matter, but you know, it's they're building models, so uh, it's a good thing. And what's really interesting, we do have more than one kid that buys models from us. What's interesting that I find out is a lot of times the younger guys will get into building models by building, well, things like this. This is Model Collects Fist of War series, and this is a 35th scale. They call it a Kaiserkoffer. I guess that's how you say that. And I mean, you and I both know this is not real. This is, 1946 sci-fi, World War II, what if, blah blah blah, whatever. But this is the kind of stuff that can attract the younger audience to this style of models. But what's interesting to me is they'll buy some of this kind of stuff, and then somehow or another they'll get my email that says, "Hey, come watch this show," or they'll get the email that has one of these on there, or um, whatever it is, and then they'll see all this other stuff, and they're like, "Oh, well, you know, that's kind of cool." And then they find out, "Oh, that was real." What do you mean that was real? And then they start realizing and we've seen that more times, over and over again, where people get into the hobby building. I mean, you see the Dune models ornithopter back here, right there. A lot of these guys they find this stuff. They see the X Plus stuff's a great example. That new Red Sonja kit that's coming out, the Dracula, all these things. They find these subjects because they like the Dune movie, or they like the Jurassic Park movies, or they like the Universal monsters, or they like this kind of stuff that they play in the world of tanks or the world of warships or whatever. So they find these models, they find us at Squadron because of these. And then they get them, they have fun putting them together, they come back to our site, see all this other stuff, and then poof, they learn a little bit about history. So it's cool. But however we can keep guys building models, right? All right, let's see. Um, I've got just a couple of more show and tells for tonight, and then everybody else. Like I said, if I miss, I know I've missed something because I always get more. You'll have to just email me next week, or email me so we can add them next week, or next month. So this one is Kathleen Morals, which you may know her on here as Lady Knievel. And this is cool. This is Border Models. I think it was Border Models. Border and HK both did one, but this is Border Models Lancaster. They call it the nose art kit because it's just the front. It's just the nose. And I think she did a great job on this. She built it with aftermarket decals. The name of the plane is Nan, and she said she built it for a friend whose name is Nan. So check this out. It's pretty neat. And for some reason, my screen is not washing the colors out. That's great. So she did a good job on this. This is 32 scale, by the way. She's got it all lit up inside. I don't know what setting I changed to make it not wash out, but I'm glad it's not. Yeah, this kit, if you've ever seen this, I mean, the Border Models Lancaster, which is the old, I think Wingnut Wings is the kit that it started as. The whole kit is just phenomenal if you bought the whole kit. But if you were interested in just a portion of it like this, they split off the front end. It's basically the same as what's in the full kit, but you can get just a portion of it this way. And even just this much of it, there's so much detail available to be able to be done in this thing. It's crazy. Oh, skipped one. Oh, no, I didn't. So fantastic job on that. Really cool stuff. All right, I got a couple other things. I knew I was going to run over an hour tonight. I'm going to try not to be too much longer, but I got too much cool stuff to show you. All right, there's one. Okay, here it is. So check this out, if I can find it. All right, this was built by Michael Cantor. And I say was built by, it is currently being built by Mike Cantor. This is the Verifier Montana in 350th scale. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because that's one of the other kits I wanted to show you tonight. So Verifier has, and they do the same kind of thing, kind of like Flyhawk. They've got deluxe versions and they've got standard versions, and this one is the deluxe. I'm going to do a in-box review of this, so I'll show you that on another video. But it's got a ton of stuff in there. Michael has built several Hasegawa IGN ships. His opinion, he really likes the Hasegawa. He thinks they do a fine job, but you can still see that this thing is just, let's see, this picture. This thing is slap full of photo etch. All this photo etch that you're seeing on this and everything is included in the deluxe kit. So there's tons of stuff in this thing. Really, really nice job. And I like the fact that he's using our new sprue cutters. No wonder those parts look so cleanly cut. But he's doing a great job on that. Now, there's the weirdest thing. So I've got tomorrow, I am going to be putting up close to 100 new items in the pre-order section. There is so much new stuff coming out in the next couple of months. And included in those close to 100 items, there's yet another 350th scale Yamato battleship coming out, this time by Border Model. Why all of the sudden everybody decided we needed more 350 scale Yamatos, I'm not sure, but they're coming regardless. So I have no idea what the difference in the Verifier kit versus the Border kit is yet. But when the Border kit gets here, I would love to take a look at the Verifier version versus the Border version versus the good old nothing wrong with it Tamiya version, because they've got a couple, their original, but their later version that came out a few years ago, it's basically their equivalent of a deluxe kit. It probably doesn't have quite as much photo etch and things in it. You can get that with Pontos, makes a really nice set for it. But anyway, the the three kits, no idea which one of them is the best. And honestly, best in model kits sometimes is subjective. It's what do you like, McDonald's or Burger King? It's that kind of thing, because this day and age, the tooling is usually so good. It's just two different companies doing basically the same way. Which way would you prefer to build the kit? But those border kits are supposed to be coming in a couple of months, and as soon as they get here, we can take a look and see what the difference is between those and Verifier. Um, Now, I want to show you this because going back to people getting into building models because they see a model kit of something that they like, be it a movie or whatever. That's obviously I built model kits before these came out, but that was kind of what happened with these for me. When these kits came out, I was pretty excited. It took me a little while to figure out what they were. They came in and I didn't pay much attention to them. But these are also from Border Models. This is their Grizzly tank. And they're like, what in the world is that? And it looks futuristic, but it's got the Soviet symbols on it. What the heck's going on? This is from the old computer game series called Command and Conquer Red Alert. And they have, let's see, their first release in the series was the Apocalypse tank from Red Alert 3, I believe. The second kit in the series was the one I just showed you, the Grizzly tank, which I think is also Red Alert 3. It might be Red Alert 2. And then the new one that is coming soon that I'm very excited about is from Red Alert 2, and it's the Kirov airship. And if you ever played this game, you know how cool these things are. I mean, the sounds, everything about it. And what's really neat about this model kit is, let's see, you can see this little video right here. It's got lights, the propellers spin. It's on a kind of a, I don't know what you would call it, little stand on the back of it that holds it in the air. And then it's got little switches at the bottom to turn the lights and the propellers on and off. So it's neat. And there's a lot of people that are pre-ordering these from us that never bought from Squadron before. And, I've talked to a few of them through email, and they're excited about it. Never built a model before, but they want this because it's from Red Alert. And Red Alert was the whole Command and Conquer video game series several years ago was extremely popular. So I really hope that Border keeps pumping these out, because it's definitely bringing more people. Because these are, I mean, they're plastic model kits, normal kits. Yes, they have lights and moving parts and things, but it's bringing some new people into the hobby. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right before Nationals, I showed you or told you that gold medal is finally back. We finally got it running again. And I wanted to show you how these things ended up being packaged. I think I showed pictures of them. Heck, I might have even showed you these. And if I did, I guess I'm just showing them again. But this is how gold medal is going to be packed now, as opposed to the envelopes that they used to be in. We take them to the shows, and people don't realize what it is because you can't see it. If you know, but if you don't know, you have no clue. So with this, you'll be able to see the photo etch, see what's going on, see what you're paying for. So that's cool. These are the first three that we've got going again, but I've got, I don't know, a couple dozen other ones that we've been out of for over a year now. They're in process right now, and we're hoping to have those. It'll probably be maybe the end of September, but those are in the works now. So that's cool. That's coming. I got this to show you this. If you were at Nationals, you got to see these firsthand, and they're awesome. Mini Craft Collection is a brand of they make all sorts of aftermarket stuff, but their primary thing that they are really really good at are ejection seats, and they sent us. You may not be able to see it good on the picture or the camera, but they sent us these little display cases to show them off at Nationals, because when you buy the model or buy the accessory, it comes in a little metal tin case, very nice packaging, but kind of the same problem with the gold metal envelopes. You have no idea what's in there, so it was really nice to display these. I mean, I got a whole case of them to display these next to what they're doing. They do them in, this is 72 scale. See if I can get it to focus. There you go. 72 scale. The one I just was holding up is 48 scale. They do, single seats and double seats. But these are really, really cool. They are on our website. We got the new ones. I forget what the new one that everybody wanted was, but we got them right before the show, and I didn't put them on the website because I didn't want them to sell out while we were at the show, and we're selling them at the show, but they were sold on the website and all this. So I didn't put them on the site. Well, we sold them all at Nationals because they were so popular. So we got some more coming, and we'll get those added. And I think they've actually got some other new ones since the last shipment. So we'll be getting all their new stuff, but keep an eye on that brand. Their ejection seats are extremely nice. And you won't be disappointed at all on that. Another brand that's new, I've been talking about getting new brands for a while, and now that we're finally moved, we're starting to get these things ordered and get them in. And one of the new brands that's really cool, and I hope you guys like this stuff, is called 5-Star Master. Now, this is not to be confused with 5-Star Models, because it is ship models, but this is 5-Star Master, and they've got some really, really neat stuff. These are resin and photo etch. Their first kind of round of releases, and I'm going to show you pictures on the computer here in a second so you can see a little bit better what they are, but I'm just showing you these so you see how they're boxed up. And one of them is a 350th scale dry dock. This is a big box. So this is neat stuff. Let me show you. Give me a second. All right. All right. Where are they at? Here we go. All right. So they've got stuff like this. There's the box I was showing you. So it's, as you can see, it's photo etch, some 3D print stuff, really nice accessories, and they're not for what it is. I mean, it's not bad. And these are 350th scale. The dry dock, I don't know. I don't have any other pictures of that right now, but you can see their dry dock on this gantry crane pictures because they're using both together. So you get a kind of an idea and a feel for that. But they've got some really neat stuff. All of this is in stock except for this is their next release. And this is really neat to me. And so USS Midway, which 350 scale trumpeter kit, you can go back and if you don't know the story or anything, they had a V2 rocket set up on the Midway. And this is 5-Star Master's version of that. So you can, and it comes with all this stuff, and it's made for displaying on the Midway kit that Trumpeter did. And if you wanted to display it by itself, it comes with a little display case and the little base to set it on and all that. But that's kind of a cool thing that'll be coming very soon. And they don't only do ship stuff. So they've got, this is a 1/16 scale, have the half track, the Trumpeter 1/16 scale half track. This is an upgrade set for that. Got a lot of 3D printed stuff in there, a metal gun barrel. Let's see, I've got that one right here. You can see all the goodies that this thing has in it. Check this out. Oh, and 5-Star Master, that's their logo. And they are also connected in conjunction with King's Top Details, which you can see there. So either one of those brands. And we've had one of their kits before. You may have seen this on our website. It's a full detail Richelieu kit. It's the Trumpeter kit with a bunch of goodies included. It's like a deluxe kit. But anyway, here's that 16th scale. You get all the tracks, 3D printed tracks, tons of those. You get, of course, the wheels and sprockets and such. And then it's going to come with a, dropped part of it. Going to come with the metal gun barrel as well. So all sorts of cool stuff in this. Very nice for the 16th scale kit from Trumpeter. So I'm excited to see what 5-Star Master is going to continue to come out with. They've, of course, got the V2 coming out, and they've told us some of their other things that they're working on. I know that I'm supposed to have it somewhere to show. The 200 scale Fletcher class from Trumpeter. It's in the works, and that's going back to my buddy over at Midwest Model Shop on YouTube. You may have seen his video with that test shot of the Fletcher. Well, that test shot came to me after he got done looking at it. And then after I got done going through it, it went to the next guy that's involved in this project. And the project is helping Trumpeter make sure the kit is done right. And I'm pretty confident that they're gonna do this one really nice. But I say all that to say I'm pretty sure 5-Star Master's got something in the works as a detail set because he's involved in the project too. So 200 scale Fletchers coming soon. Lots of details going to be available for it. It's going to be a nice kit. So look forward to that. We'll have those up for pre-order sometime soon. Other new brands. I mentioned that we were going to get Sabre models. Well, we got them. They've got a lot of 35th scale railroad stuff, which that's right up my alley for things that I like. Really cool stuff, but not just that. These are really neat too. They do some figure sets and 48 scale Doolittle Raid figures, resin or 3D print guys. So they've got a lot of neat stuff. So check out Sabre models. Classy Hobby. We've got those now. They've got 16th scale Stewarts. They've got all sorts of stuff. We've got they've got 35th scale stuff too. Gecko models is here now. You see the Lark sitting up top. They've got the U.S. Rangers landing craft assault. All sorts of other things. Gecko's got a little 35th scale Otter coming out later this year that's going to be exciting. They've got some Universal Carriers in 16th scale coming up. The Kitty Hawk stuff. You see the Voodoo back there and the FJ2 Fury. Our first shipment of those sold out like immediately. So we've been taking pre-orders for our second shipment. That's part of this container that's down at the Panama Canal right now. So I'll have more of those soon. And Kitty Hawk should be releasing their next round of Kitty Hawk re-releases anytime now. We should have a list, at least I hope. We're expecting it. So I'm excited to see what's in their next round of re-releases. I'm really hoping for that Flying Flapjack. I never got one of those on the first time that they were available. So looking forward to that. Where's that at? I've got one of the, oh shoot, I had it here. I've got one of the pre-painted flight decks from the Gerald Ford, and it has disappeared. Huh. I don't know where it went. Well, they're really nice. So the Magic Factory Gerald R. Ford kits are Oh, there it is. These came out earlier. Well, they're doing a pre-painted flight deck for this kit. And this is really neat. And this is another one of those situations that we're late to the party on. They were on the same production schedule that was a couple of days late as Magic Factory's Skyhawks. So they'll be coming along with the Skyhawks. But check this thing out. If you are interested in one of these kits, but you are unsure about painting the deck yourself with all these little bitty lines, you can buy the deck. And this is the kit deck. I mean, this is the same deck that's in the kit. They've just pre-painted and decaled, I guess we'll say, the deck for you. So it's super, super nice. Nice job. Instant, ready to go. Stick it on there and get the rest of the kit painted, and you're ready to go. So those are amongst those 100 items that are going on the website tomorrow for pre-order. But it'll be a short pre-order because they're supposed to be here in a week or so, week, 2 weeks, whatever. But the other thing that's interesting about the Ford is that Magic Factory they're releasing the flight deck by itself, like I just showed you. You'll be able to buy it in this box. But if you don't have the kit yet, they're going to be releasing a new boxing of the kit that includes the flight deck. And then they've got all sorts of other new stuff coming for it too. This is this is their bridge. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but this is a 3D printed bridge in there with all the radars and everything else kind of already attached to it. So they're going to be doing some accessories and add-ons for this kit. I'm going to cut this out of here and get a better picture of it sometime. So, but anyway, they got a lot of new exciting stuff coming for their Ford kit. So that'll be neat. Talking about X Plus, one of their next releases for the Universal Monsters is the Mummy. So these will be coming. We got this test last week or this week. So this is kind of cool. Can't really see it. The light's washing it out, but those are coming. We're taking pre-orders for those now. They're supposed to be, that's some good glue. Those are supposed to be coming probably in November. But this is what those are looking like. If you've got any of the X Plus kits, it's very, very similar to everything else they've had so far. But one of the cool things is where did I put it? On the display base, they've got the kind of the candle fire holder thing fell over, and probably can't even tell it in this picture, but this is clear parts. So it's neat that they're including some clear parts with this. But just standard, man, I'm dropping everything. Standard stuff, very, very common for X Plus. This is another one I'm supposed to do a video on for them, kind of like I did their Vampirilla last year. But that'll be coming. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, Vespid Models is another new brand for us. This is so far, unless I've missed something, so far they're just doing 72 scale stuff. They've got, this is a mouse. They got panthers. They've got tigers. They've got all sorts of cool 72 scale kits. So if you're into 72 scale, I know a lot of the 72 scale guys got to buy, 2 or 3 of everything that comes out because it's such a small scale. You can pack a lot of stuff into a diorama. So this is another really good brand. Their kits are really nice. I've just got them, so I hadn't built any, but just looking at the parts, it looks like it's going to be a really nice build. So if you're a 72 scale guy, make sure to check out Vespid Models. Make sure I don't have anything else I wanted to show you that I brought here. I don't guess so. Yeah, I brought that home, the model contest room, So we sponsored the contest room at Nationals this year, which is kind of fun. And at the end of the show, I said, "Hey, can I have those?" And they said, "Yeah, you're taking them or they're going to the trash." So I was able to get those, which is nice. And you've got to bear with me a second. My wireless mouse just died. I got to plug it in. That's great. All right, let's see. Brian, am I going to get the Gecko Sherman tracks? Yes. I might already have them. And if I do, they may or may not be on the website yet. All this stuff is brand new, and we've been playing setup and catch up and everything else at the warehouse. But just in the last day or two, we've finally started to get to the point where we can add some stuff to the website. We've had stuff sitting around for a while now. So let's see. Paul, yeah, the Grizzly tank's really cool. For the price, it's huge. These are not, I mean, you'd think these are well over $100, but they're priced really nice. And if you remember in the game, the Grizzly tank is set up to a turret position. You can build it that way as well. So neat stuff. Let's see. Lady Knievel, good to see you tonight. We looked at your Border Models Lancaster nose earlier. Very, very nice job on that. Hey, Ed, yes, we had a heck of a lot of gold medal at the Nationals. So all of those envelopes that we had at Nationals, those are the ones that when we do production runs of this stuff, or when Lauren did production runs of this stuff, I mean, you get a lot of them when you do a run. So those envelopes we had, that was the remainder. I mean, that was 100% of the gold medal that we have left in stock. So it was a lot, but really it's not a lot. We didn't mean to take all of our gold medal stock with us. It just happened to be loaded up on the rolling rack that got pushed into the semi. But most of those were the ones that have been available for quite a while because we had so many in the production run. But everything that we're out of is going to be coming soon. Hey, Tim. Yeah, the Vespid stuff, they do look great. So if you've already got some and built them, that's really neat. I think a lot of people are going to like these as they start getting out there. All right, the last thing we're going to do tonight, and this is how we're going to end the show tonight. So we've been talking about this, how many 53-foot tractor trailer trucks was it going to take for us to move our shop from Ellijay to Ringgold? And fast forward to now, I know the answer. And it's time for us to all guess the answer. And before we say anything else in the chat, let me tell you how this is going to work. Or at least how I think and hope it's going to work. So, you know, we talked about, we've been talking about this for so long now. It's like, how many semis is it going to take? And then right before we moved, we started kind of figuring it up. And it was going to be significantly more than we wanted to pay for, first of all, and significantly more than we wanted to deal with. So if you remember, right before we moved, we had a big moving sale. Well, the moving sale, let's just say it worked. and it trimmed down this number of trucks. And of course, we pack extremely tight. So the cool thing about buying your own semi truck, well, not buying the truck, renting the whole truck, is that you're not sharing it with anybody. So, like, if we were going to ship 3 or 4 pallets, they got to be completely wrapped. They got to be protected because they're going to go in a truck with who knows how many other people's stuff, and it may, whatever. But when you have the whole truck to yourself, you can pack it however you want. So we can fit a lot of stuff in a semi truck. So anyway, we'll see. It's it was a bunch, but thankfully it wasn't as many as we thought it might be. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to open up in just a moment. just like we did at the beginning of the show where you typed the word Squadron in the chat. And I'll say this. If you saw us at Nationals, our booth at Nationals was one semi-truck, one tractor trailer. We took everything we took to Nationals was in one tractor trailer truck, if that gives you just an idea of how to guess. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this on, and I have turned it on. There is a number, and you get one guess, please. So type in one number in the chat, and anybody that gets it right, we'll know in a minute. And then we're going to do a drawing. And the first, if there's none, nobody wins. If there's one, he wins. If there's more than one, then we'll figure it out. Everybody that gets it right, but we'll go for a few minutes here and see if anybody gets it right. But it was a lot of work, but it's going to be really good. While you guys are guessing and putting in your number, I'll go ahead and show you our current situation at the shop, at the new shop. So the warehouse that we're in right now, let's see, let me pull these up. All right, so this, you've heard me talking about multiple warehouses and overflow warehouses and all this. So we're right off of I-75, just south of Chattanooga. We are the last exit in Georgia. And you can get to us by either going on the last exit in Georgia, or if you're coming from Tennessee, you can get off on exit 1 and go up under the interstate on Scruggs Road and find us that way. But anyway, as soon as you get off the interstate and go behind Costco and come into this industrial park, this back here, that's Lookout Mountain. So if anybody, you guys that are not from this area and you're somewhere else, you may have heard of Lookout Mountain. Well, that's Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga. So when you come into this industrial park, you heard us talking about having an overflow warehouse. Well, this is our overflow warehouse right here, space number 37. We have from there to the end of this building. And we've got that thing full of just stuff. Extra shelves, extra pallets worth of overflow inventory. So that's it. Now, this over here that you can see, these two buildings in the frame there, that is our new permanent location that is not quite ready yet. Now, let's see. Goes the truck. So that's our overflow. That's our new permanent location over there. Let me see, where are we at? All right, this over here on the left, those are our permanent location, those two buildings there. And then right here, this is where we're at right this very second. This is where all of our stuff is right now. So this is one of our other warehouses. So we got 4 different addresses in this facility right now. She can't make it out, but that's our Squadron sign right there. So that's where we are on a day-to-day basis right now. This is our new spots right here, and they're divided up. You'll see it in a minute when I walk through. They are divided by a loading dock in the middle and an overhang that connects that. So that's where all that's going to happen. And this is 20,000 square feet. Now, if you want to know why didn't you just do one big building? And some of you may know this, some of you might understand it, and as soon as I say it, you'll at least get it. So the reason these are 2 10,000 square foot buildings instead of one 20,000 square foot building is because in this county, and perhaps in many counties, but in this county, Any building larger than 10,000 square feet requires a sprinkler system for fire code. Well, if you've ever been involved in a building that has a sprinkler system, you know how expensive that is. Um, so the landlord, this area, you start looking at all the buildings in this facility, they're all 10,000 square feet. So the best way for us to get 20, which is what we wanted, was to have two of them as close as they could be together and have our loading dock, as you'll see in just a second. Let me pull this up. All right, and before I show you this video, we're going to have round 2 of guessing now. Everybody gets one more guess because nobody got it right that time. So, everybody on your mark, get set, go. Give me some more guesses. All right, now this video, this is what's going to be ready soon, and as soon as we get this is going to be when you guys come to visit us. This is the building you're going to come visit us in. In fact, that door right there to the left, the white door, that's going to be the entrance to what we will refer to as the Squadron shop. That won't be the big warehouse. It won't be the overflow warehouse. That's going to be where you come see us. Some of you guys that are guessing these super high numbers, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're higher than it is, and I'm very glad you're higher than it is, because the quite smaller number compared to something like Jason's 72. Oh man, that would have killed us. But anyway, so this that you're walking into now, I guess I'll back it up a little bit. This will be the Squadron shop. We're going to set it up nice. It's going to be cool. And what's really nuts to think about is half of this building we're in here now is the size of our old Free Time Hobby store in Blue Ridge, because I thought that building in Blue Ridge was so big. Now this will end up getting paved and this will be covered and it'll be connected, but this is our loading dock. So this is where all the magic will happen, I guess you can say. And this will be our main warehouse. This will not be open to the public on a day-to-day basis, but this would be the place that when we have a open house, this would be what would be open on an open house time. So we're still working all the details out about when you guys will be able to come for a visit. We're going to try to have the Squadron shop area, which is this that I'm about to walk back into. We're going to try to have that open as often as possible. You'll be able to come in and buy your paints. We'll have the newest of the new kits on display in there. Of course, we'll have all the Squadron Museum stuff that I've been talking about on display. So you'll be able to see that kind of stuff. But the main warehouse is only going to be open from time to time. So it's going to be cool. We're taking steps, this warehouse, then move into that one, and then our big one will be ready, and it's all going to be cool. It's going to be great. The crazy part is, I talked about we're not having internet and phone yet at the warehouse. The crazy part is they've already got it ran to our building that's not ready yet. I'm like, really? Why did you run it there first? But as crazy as it seems, they're supposed to be done with that in September. They poured the concrete pad for those two buildings 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. And when we were leaving for Nationals, they had just poured the pad. And when we got back from Nationals, the buildings were up, and they skinned the roof last week, and the outside skins actually got put on today. And that wood framing got done this weekend. So they're moving super fast. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and see who has correctly guessed. And at this moment, there have been 2 of you that have correctly guessed. So I'm going to turn this off in just a moment. We'll let a couple more guesses come in. And then you will see. And this is what we're going to do. All right. Let's see. I just turned it off. And the guys, to correctly guess, one of you is Ken Buffington. And that did not work like it was supposed to. And I'll scroll through here and see who the other one was. The correct guess was 13. Oh, Wayne Fetzko. 13 53-foot tractor trailer trucks is what it took. And if you could see how tightly packed those were, it was a job. You know, we thought it was going to be a lot more, but after you start packing this little stuff tight, I don't know. I don't ever want to move again, with the exception of getting set up in our bigger warehouse right there in the same parking lot. And I wouldn't necessarily call that a move as much as a continuing to set everything up. But yeah, it took us 13 trucks back and forth from LJ. The majority of those were an actual semi truck, and a couple of those we counted 2 25-foot trucks or whatever as one tractor trailer, and we did that a couple of times for the loads that we drove ourselves. But it was a job moving everything. So thank you everybody for buying stuff on our moving sale to lighten the load. And then all of the manufacturers that we had been holding back from ordering, all that stuff is finally got cut loose, and it just started showing up. We got, man, all sorts of stuff is starting to show up. What I don't even remember what all came in. I know we got a big IBG shipment that we just got unpacked. The other thing is the address for our shop. It doesn't exist yet, which has been a really royal pain in the rear end. The address, our address where you're going to come visit us is going to be 25 South Cross Lane. The warehouse that we're currently in at the moment taking shipments at is 50 South Cross Lane. And but they don't have anything set up yet in the system, the 911 address. So like if you were going to come visit us and type in 50 South Cross Lane, you're not going to find it. The only one of our addresses that's currently working is our overflow warehouse. So anyway, well guys, Wayne and who was it that guessed the other one? Oh my gosh, I'll find it. Give me just a second. Ken and Wayne. Yep. Ken Buffington and Wayne Fetzko. Send me an email at info@squadron.com. I've got a Squadron gift card that I'm going to send you. So, Ken and Wayne, send me an email at info@squadron.com. I've got a gift card for you. And I appreciate you guys guessing that. And everybody that didn't win, I'm sorry, but some of you that guessed really, really high, I'm glad you were wrong, because that would have been a job, some of that. All right, now, let's see. I think Ed was asking, how many days did it take? The physically moving stuff in the trucks was a little over a week. We got about 2 loads every day, because we hired a guy to drive a truck, and he drove back and forth, and he got about 2 loads per day. So whatever that is, a week or 2. But the preparation to get everything ready, that took some extra time before moving. And then the biggest thing was after it was all there, That's what killed us. Because oh, Russ is sending me a message here on Skype. 7 semi loads in 4 days is was the first round of the shipments. Yep, and then we took the weekend off and continued on the next week. So but the thing that killed us, and it's still killing us, was after it was all there. It was all organized in Ellijay, and but after we got it here, we started unloading, and the problem, one of the problems was everything was on our big shelves, our pallet rack shelves at in Ellijay. Well, the stuff had to come off of the shelves and get packed up and move. Well, we couldn't take the big shelves apart until we took the stuff off of the shelves. So it got over to the warehouse. We had nowhere to put it. So the warehouse we're in now, the before the 20,000, we're in 10,000 is all we have at the moment. Until we get that 20,000. So, but we were moving out of somewhere between 7 and 8,000 square feet of warehouse where all the stuff was. So we're thinking, well, yeah, we'll have plenty of room. We got 2 or 3 extra thousand square feet. We didn't, or we just, I don't know how we missed it, but we didn't take into consideration the tall shelves really make a difference. So it was a mess. And if any of you ordered from us in July and it took us days or a week, that's why. And we're so sorry about that. We finally got everything caught up and got all you guys caught up, and we're good to go now. We're running pretty quick on order turnaround. I think I have a disclaimer in the checkout that says we're running 1 to 3 days. Normally we say we're running 1 day turnaround. Order it today, you get it either today or tomorrow shipped out. But we put on there that it's 1 to 3 days right now because there's still some brands that just don't have a home yet because we're still trying to get our shelves set up and figure out what we're doing. But we'll get there. It'll be fine. We'll have even more space to expand into very soon, and it's all going to be good. But a lot of new. The goal is to have all the brands, right? And we're knocking them out one at a time. I'm excited to have this new stuff like Saber and Classy. And on our next shipment, I know that there's this other new brand that we're getting that I'm going to put on the website. This one I think is going to go on there tomorrow. Let's see. This looks like a new, cool, promising brand. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So this just popped up, and we've got these coming in. This is UMA Models. They've got a Harrier 2 coming out in 48 scale. There's just all sorts of things coming. It's all just really good stuff. So I'm glad these manufacturers keep popping up, keep doing things. That Harrier should be here in November. There's 2 or 3 other brands that I know are coming, but I'm not quite ready to talk about those yet. And then just all the brands that we've already got, they've got so much new stuff coming out. It's almost hard to keep up with it all. But we're doing the best we can. As I always say, it's an exciting time to be a modeler. So I hope you guys are enjoying the huge plethora, if you will, of choices in models to buy and build these days. So I enjoyed looking at some of these builds tonight in the show and tell. Like I said, I know that I'm missing some people because some of you I know that I saw or I thought I saw an email from you for the show and tell for tonight, but when I went to find everything, it's not there. So if you sent me something and I didn't show it tonight, again, forgive me. Just send me the email again, and we'll start building the show for next month. Next month we'll probably do it. I guess we'll just do it on the 4th. We've kind of been settling into this first Wednesday of the month kind of thing. So we'll plan to do it on the 4th. And of course, if that needs to change, I'll let you know between now and then. Next week, tune in again. I'm going to have Jeff Verswavel, here with me. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's been up to. It'll be good to check in with him. And hopefully my phones will be back operational soon, and you guys will be able to call in. Update on 2024 or the next. I would rather call it the next catalog as opposed to putting a date on it again like I did. But the next catalog is not ready. I've had a lot of people asking for it. Basically, I haven't had time to get it done. This year with moving, that's really taken all of our time. So we do have one plan. We are going to do another one. It's just a matter of getting it done. So, little update on that for you. And that's about all I've got for tonight. You guys take it easy. Send me an email if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you. And very soon we will be back up to full speed with phones and internet connections for emails and all that kind of stuff. So, you guys take it easy. Check out the website tomorrow afternoon. Lots of new pre-orders to go ahead and get reserved for yourselves. And till next time, take it easy. Have a good one.